Do you want to monetize your writing? Is your dream to build an income from content that you write? If it is, well, first thing to tell you is that it is absolutely possible. I've been doing this for 20 years, and every single cent I earn comes from content and writing that I create. So in this video, we're going to look at turning articles on Medium, social media posts, and your newsletter into an income. The first problem we get is writers don't generally like to promote themselves or promote their offers. So they resort to support my writing. Subscribe to my newsletter for $5 a month. Honestly, that's not a good way of doing this unless you've got a huge amount of followers. You're just not going to make enough money. So for example, last month, which was May, my daily article on Medium generated $125. At one point, I was earning, I think it's $1,700 a month from writing on Medium. Now it's down to 120. I can't make a living from that. And you'd look at that and you would think to yourself, it's not profitable. What that number doesn't show is that it generated almost 100 subscribers to my newsletter. I had two of my biggest days on Gumroad this year, and it all stems from that content and not sticking with the support my writing. As I said on the last slide note, tip jar, support my writing business model. It doesn't work long time unless you have it caps your income. It doesn't incentivize you as a writer to continue going because you're not going to get many people to do it. The key to earning money from your writing is to remember that people are willing to pay for something that helps them solve a problem. If they have a small irritation or a small problem, they will pay for that. They're not interested in paying to support your writing hobby, but they have no objection to paying if it's going to help. Start to think of your writing slightly differently. Think of your writing as attracting traffic. It's your traffic generation tool. So you write an article about a problem. You then link out to a solution for that problem. That article can link to your newsletter. Your newsletter can link to your offer. What you write should always move people on to the next step. And the next step is where you can generate that income. So I like to think of this as solving a $7 problem. Okay, that's where you start. Later on, you can do big, high price courses. But if you're solving a $7 problem, you've got someone who's going to engage with you. You've got someone who's going to buy further things. The problem should be small and specific. A simple problem that can be fixed. Here's how to fix it. How to stop your puppy barking. How to recycle furniture. How to solve a back pain. Simple things that can be fixed easily. That is what you focus on. And you provide the method for the person to fix it. Think about small and specific. Think about affordable and think about packaged. Okay, it's a short report. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be a long 50-word PDF. It can be short. Something simple that delivers the problem. Your readers and your buyers will thank you for keeping it short and to the point. And you'll find that most of these things are, they are $7, $17, $27 problems. They're not $97 or 100. They're not $197 courses or a 497 masterclass or a 997 bootcamp. Okay, we're sticking to what we know and solving simple problems. One of the great things is you don't have to invent these problems. They'll be in the comments. They'll be in questions that your community asks you. There'll be frustrations that you face yourself. They're all out there. You just got to identify them. So if you can summarize a problem in one sentence, you've nailed it. Forget the future. Forget your annual income and what you want to make in the future. For now, focus on selling one $7 problem to start with. Create a video guide, create a checklist, create a small PDF. That is where you start. You try and make $7 from that now. Then the next step is if you have enough people sign up, say you have 100 people buy your book. Okay, well, that's enough to build a community. So create a community, email all your buyers, say, hey, we've got this new community, come and check it out. Okay. After that, you've built that community up. You've got 1,000 people in the community. They're loving what you're doing. Okay. Let's do a meetup. Let's do a course. Let's do a masterclass. Let's do a boot camp. Don't skip the early steps. The early steps are the research and you learning how to take these simple things and move them on. You solve one $7 problem. You can solve a second. You can solve a third. You can build yourself a whole store on Gumroad with 4 or 5 books. You can create bundles. I've got a bundle running at the moment with 3 of my books and a course in it. That has only happened because I've identified the problems and created the first book to identify the $7 problem. So, for example, here you've got $7 a book for fixing someone's resume or their CV. You've got a book about 5 fast meals. You've got a book about 10-minute workout. You've got an article template. Individually, they're not much. They're not going to make you rich. But think about when you've got 5 or 10. As an actual example that happened last week, I had somebody come in, pick up a free report to start with, and went on to buy $140, $150 worth of products in my Gumroad store. That happens more times than you would actually think. That happens regularly. Somebody goes in there, grabs something free, grabs one of the low-cost products, comes back and buys some of the higher-priced courses. It's just a natural progression. What you're doing now is creating the first step. Okay, you're not relying on people to support your writing. You're actually giving them value and asking them, hey, if you like this, you want me to help you fix something, it'll cost you $7. Looking forward, if you can build your little $7 books, let's call them books. They can be anything, but let's call them books. You've got a series of $7 books. You expand that into a community. What have you then got? 50 members at $20 a month. You've got $1,000 a month coming in. That sure as hell beats trying to get $1,000 from support my writing. You got 100 members at $20 a month. Guess what? You've got $2,000 a month. You get 250 members at $20 a month, 5,000 a month. You get 500 members at $20 a month, 10,000 a month. These are things that grow from what you start now. Your initial steps of monetizing your writing can grow into something spectacular. So what to take away from this? If you are writing now, you're writing, let's say, a daily article on Medium. Don't ask for support. Okay, if you write a newsletter, don't ask for support. Give something practical. Solve a problem. Pick one frustration that you faced, your audience faces, find the solution to it, package it up into a book, into a video, whatever, and offer it as the next step at the end of your article. That is how you monetize your writing. That's the start. Okay, we're not looking into the future. I'm not going to tell you you're going to make $500,000 a month from this. I'm going to tell you that this is how you start. This is the first step of the journey. Try it. I guarantee you it works. Thanks for watching. Down below, you'll find links to my free reports, my free guides, my free system, and some of the bundles that I've put together. Also, you can come along and join our community where we talk about this type of stuff. It's free to join. If you haven't yet subscribed, like and subscribe. It helps me continue to do these videos. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great week. Go out there and solve a problem. Thanks, guys. Bye.